Call to order of a regular meeting of Goodyear City Council, Monday, November 8th. Again, in the absence of the mayor and vice mayor, City Council shall appoint a temporary presiding officer. It was unexpected that I'd be here today, but I am here, so I'll be the presiding officer. And Sherry Loretano, Councilmember Loretano, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, we thank you for our time here, and we ask that you give us the strength and the guidance in these difficult times to make the best decisions that we can, and to work together to make our city and our state and our country the best it can be. As Veterans Day approaches, I ask that you watch out for all of our servicemen serving abroad and at home, and for all those that have served in the past, and also those who serve our city and put their lives in danger every day. Amen.
Okay, thank you. Vice Mayor Lord is at a meeting this evening. In fact, I think most of the week. Could I have a motion to excuse her?
So moved.
Motion from Councilmember Cavalier and a second from Councilmember Souza. All those in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, 6-0. We have no expenditures to approve or ratify. We have one item on communication, however, and that's Make a Difference Day, and Judy Sotonic. I just saw her come in. So, Judy, you're up.
Good evening, Mayor Kavanaugh, council members, city manager, and other distinguished guests. A little over 2 weeks ago, Goodyear held its third annual Make a Difference Day. Church groups, students, families, businesses, young and old, provided over 100 volunteers who took time out of their busy Saturday schedules to give back to their community, to make a difference in someone's life. Our kickoff breakfast was held that morning at 7 a.m. on October 23rd here at City Hall. Special thanks I'd like to extend at this time to Mayor Kavanaugh, City Manager John Fishbach, and Councilmember Joe Pizzillo for offering words of thanks to our participants. I know our volunteers appreciated your recognition of their contribution to Goodyear. After our group photo, everyone scattered to work on such projects as building a wheelchair ramp for a senior, cutting the brush along McDowell Road outside of Canada Village and creating a dry, clean area where kids could wait for their bus, helping neighbors clean an elder gentleman's home, inventorying household items and then assisting to deliver and set up 2 homes for elderly residents in the new Exido program, cutting and bagging weeds in the alleys of historic Goodyear. You can check out our photos from the day of Make a Difference Day on our Goodyear website under Residents, Volunteer Opportunities, Make a Difference in 2010. Tonight, we would like to recognize several groups and businesses who I have great admiration for and who played a major role in this event. Sam Debus, a former Goodyear Vista member, will introduce our honorees. Before he does, I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge Sam's leadership, which resulted in the success of this event. Mayor, we ask that you could please come down here to the floor of the chamber so that when we hand out the plaques, we could get a photo of you and then you could give the plaques to our honorees. Sam.
Mr. Mayor, council members, city manager, thank you for having me. We're just going to present 6 members who participated in Make a Difference Day. The first member we're going to introduce is Armin Iranshar. He's with the White Tanks Rotary Club. When he first came, he came to us and he said he wanted to get involved in Make a Difference Day. Armin, you can come up. Armin came up. He came to us. They've been participating in Make a Difference Day for a few years. And the White Tanks Rotary Club is just very active. Armin had a very great passion for getting things done. Anytime anything like that might be problematic or slow, he would have said it was very inspirational and just wanted to get things done. So Armin Iranshar, on behalf of the White Tanks Rotary Club, we'd like to thank him for his participation on Making a Difference Day. Our Our next member is Pete Georgic. He's also... Oh.
Thank you. You do a lot for us.
We always love you visiting.
Okay. Whenever you'd like, okay?
Anytime.
I'd like to meet you.
Oh, sure. Oh, you think? Oh. Thank you. Our next member is Pete Georgic. He's with Pure Landscape. My apologies. I confuse sometimes. He's also a member of the White Tanks Rotary Club, but him and his crew, his company, they devoted much time in Make a Difference Day. He was particularly inspirational because even a day before the project, they picked up new projects. Even the day of the project, they were talking to someone who lived in Canada Village. They were discussing how the students in Canada Village had nowhere to stand. If it rained, it would be muddy. They were in weeds. So him and his crew got out. They went out to get to the gravel pit, got some gravel, built a nice place where they could stand. So it's just his dedication, even on the spot the day of, is just amazing. So we'd like to thank Pete Georgic as well. So thank you, Pete. Another member of the White Tanks Rotary Club, this time representing Synergy Commercial Construction, is John Clark. On Make a Difference Day, he participated in two projects. They were both helping seniors who were involved in the YANA program. One senior, he built a wheelchair ramp so she could get in and out of her house safely. And another one, he repaired a porch which had dry rot, which was a danger for two seniors who couldn't repair themselves. So he's also very caring, and he's making a difference, and he's very involved in the community. So we would like to thank Pete as well for his participation on Make a Difference Today.
Or John.
Oh, John, sorry. My apologies. Apparently I'm a little nervous today. We were also presenting plaques for the Litchfield Park Rotary Club and Landcare Unlimited. Both these plaques will be accepted by Tim Blake. We'd like to thank both of these groups because Litchfield Park was also instrumental in providing volunteers and time in organizing the event. On a personal note, Tim Blake and his company, Landcare Unlimited, was also very dedicated. He came in later in the project, but he was on the ball really quickly. He got involved very quickly and is very passionate about what he did. And so we'd also like to thank Tim Blake on behalf of Landcare Unlimited and Litchfield Park Rotary Club. Thank you, Tim.
I'm the beauty of the operation. He's the brains.
And we have one final individual. They will not be accepting a plaque today because they declined to have one accepted, but they came to be presented. It will be John Hayes representing the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I don't think there are enough words to describe their involvement in the city and volunteer projects over the past few years. I went with Make a Difference Day for 1 year, but I've heard in the previous years they've also been extraordinarily helpful. In my personal experience, everyone I've worked with from their church has been just wonderful and giving and wonderful hearts, so we'd like to thank John Hayes on behalf of his church for his participation in Make a Difference Day. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, council members, city manager. Thank you for your time.
Would any of the recipients want to say a word? You're welcome to. Okay.
I've never seen him that shy before in my life, dear Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again.
Opportunity now for anyone from the public who would like to address the council on any matter not on this evening's agenda. Anyone wish to address us on a non-agenda item? Seeing none, I'll move to consent agenda. I'll ask the city clerk to read the items by title only, please.
Item A, reschedule a regular city council meeting to be held on October 10th, 2011 to October 3rd, 2011. The meeting to be held on December 26th, 2011 to December 5th, 2011. to cancel the July 25th and August 8th council meetings to allow a council recess, and to approve the 2011 city council meeting calendar which reflects these rescheduled meetings. Item B, authorize the city manager or designee to negotiate and enter into a contract for the installation of a 30-inch sleeve and 16-inch water line under the Litchfield Road Railroad crossing in an amount not to exceed $100,000. Item C, approve the current fiscal year FY 2010-11 budget transfers. Item D, authorize the city manager to execute and submit all documents and to take all other steps necessary to terminate the intergovernmental agreement between Maricopa County and the city of Goodyear for improvements to MC 85 from Cotton Lane to Estrella Parkway.
Okay, thank you. Would anyone in the public wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? Would anyone on council wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? Could I have a motion to approve the consent?
So moved.
Look at this one to you. Motion by Councilmember Souza, a second from Councilmember Cavalier.
Whatever.
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Sousa,
Aye.
Councilmember Cavalier,
Aye.
Councilmember Osborne,
Aye.
Councilmember Pizzillo,
Aye.
Councilmember Loretano,
Aye.
Mayor Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Passes 6-0.
Okay, would anyone on council wish to discuss their current events or actions underway?
No, I have a couple. Go ahead, Frank.
Well, the only one I have is there's been so much curiosity about my name change, and I thought I better take a moment to explain what happened, why I changed it. My name has actually always been the way you see it on my plaque. The legal name really is Cavalieri, which was my grandfather's name. That's on my birth certificate. My father's name has an E on the end. The IRS sees me with an E on the end. All of my legal documents have an E on the end. And I wanted to get some consistency in my life, so we went to the courts and had them ask them to change it to something that was reasonable, and we all agreed that putting the E back on was probably the most reasonable, and now everything except our marriage license is in with an E on the end. But that will be, I don't know if that's necessary. She might decide to take off anyway. So, but anyway, that's why the name was changed. It's for no other reason. My ancestors really don't give a damn whether I have an E on the end or not. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Cavalier. E. Okay. Oh, Councilmember Souza.
Mr. Mayor, Sandy Hertz was a member of the Planning and Zoning Department, committee rather, in the appeals section.
Please speak into the mic, Councilmember Sousa.
And he had a memorial service Saturday that was attended by almost 200 and some people in recognizing what Sandy has done for this community as a whole. And it was very impressive. And our condolences again go to Joy and the family on behalf of the council. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
No, thank you for doing that.
I might add that the Vice Mayor was there also.
Go ahead. I attended the Goodyear Development Showcase, and I have to tell you, our Economic Development Department and the department that handles all of the great marketing, it was an outstanding presentation to developers and to landowners, to realtors. You know, it was full of energy. It was very sophisticated, and I'm really glad to see that we have an aggressive group that's going out there to bring Goodyear some jobs. So I wanted to give them some congratulations on that. And got to clean up the park Saturday morning, Loma Linda. And also I was the honorary coin toss person for the Guns and Hoses football game, and I was very pleased to be able to do that. I practiced flipping at home a quarter, and then they handed me a silver dollar. And so, but it still worked, so thank you very much.
Yes, I attended the charity fundraiser for our schools up in Estrella, both West Star and Estrella Mountain, and it was really great to see not just parents from the schools, but a lot of people from all over the community. came out to support the schools, especially now with the silent auction and the casino night, and it was a really good fundraiser. We even had one of the Arizona Cardinals was actually there auctioning off his basket, so it was actually kind of, Hightower was there, so it was actually kind of interesting, and it was good to see people from all over the community supporting their local schools.
Okay, I'll just add that Cancer Treatment Center of America, it's Arizona Association of Healthcare, I think is the name of it. It's funded by CTCA. They had a major event Saturday night. It's called a MASH event. It's just as you would expect, MASH. And I don't know how much money they brought in, but I'll try to find out. And what it is, it's for people who need medical care, but because of that and other reasons cannot afford their utility bills, their mortgage, or whatever. And every month they give to 17 to 20 different recipients. And it's Cancer Treatment Center, one of the great neighbors of Goodyear, as you know, and they do so much for us and for people throughout this valley. It isn't just for the people that go to their hospitals, for anybody that needs assistance. It's very admirable, and I think all of us are pleased that we have an organization like that within our midst. But that was Saturday night. Okay, manager, your summary of events.
I have nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, any inquiries of staff by council? Meeting is adjourned.